All right, so let's get into the tea. So, are you thinking of becoming a kitchen manager or a service manager? I know it's changed, so if you're watching this, I believe it's actually kitchen leader or service leader. But yeah, if you're thinking of becoming a manager at Chipotle, here's what I have to say. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. Do it. Just do it, I have a video actually up on my channel, which is actually kind of popping, so I'm very excited about that. But back when I made that video, it was about 4 months into my career at Chipotle, and I was a crew member, and I worked as a prep there. And then right after that, about like 2 to 4 months after that, they were really pushing me for a promotion. So they wanted me to become a kitchen leader. So I actually ended up being the one leading the prep team, which was super exciting for me. But yeah, I became a kitchen leader. And what do you need to know to become a kitchen leader? So basically, if you're really good, like I have really good work ethic, like not to be like praising myself, but yeah, I have amazing work ethic, and I'm very I'm a go-getter. Like if I'm at work, I'm there to work, So I feel like that really helped my managers at the time kind of like see that potential in me. So they did offer for me to become a kitchen manager. And what you do have to know about being kitchen manager is that you have to be you'll basically be opening the store. So most Chipotles, I'm pretty sure you'd probably be going in at around 6 o'clock, 6 to like 7. 6 o'clock is when you go in to put away orders. So you'll basically there's like a whole walk-in, and then you have to be the one to put away the order, make sure that you received everything. You'll be dealing with kind of like I would say like a receipt, or yeah, so you'll be dealing with that. I believe you'll go into inventory, which is just if your managers trust you. I didn't actually have to do that, which is, I think it was part of my role, but they were very nice to me about it. So my GM, she was actually my GM and AP and SM's service leaders, they were the ones that dealt with that. So all I had to do was just go in at 6. What I found hard is that you do definitely have to be a morning person, be on time, but you do have to open the store. So yeah, if it's at like 6 o'clock, you put away orders, you do have to like leave your house at like 5:30, and that was the hard part. You have to kind of like dedicate your time to waking up early, and then you do have to go and still put away the order, and after that still prep all of the salsas, guacamole. So yeah, you do have to be there early, put away orders, make sure that your crew members are having perfect cut size. Yeah, so that's being a kitchen manager. And what are my thoughts on it after? Because I was there so here's my whole story. So I was there for it's been about 2 years. I recently just stopped working at Chipotle, but I thought I might make this video because it's still pretty recent to me, like the memory and everything. So after about 4 months after that posted that video, I became a kitchen manager, and like 4 to 5 months after that, I became a service leader. Yeah, so you do move up a lot in the company. So if you're thinking about working at Chipotle, like maybe long term, or if you really like the benefits or anything like that, then yeah, this is the perfect video for you. But yeah, anyways, so I was promoted pretty fast. It was like a good experience for me. But yeah, being a kitchen manager, you do have to be I would say you have to be very fast and able to handle a lot of like moving around. And while you're doing that, making sure that you're keeping your prep team like ahead. So if they're behind, you have to be the one to bring them up to speed, So it's a lot of work because obviously it's like different personalities and different ways of working with people. So, but you just have to keep in mind that not like people learn differently. So some people, I know most people probably would be better if you show them as you're doing it. For me, I'm like that. So if you're just explaining to me, I'll be like, oh, okay. But in my head, it's like all like scrambled. So I do have to be there to witness you doing it. And I learned by watching you do it and actually doing it myself. So get to know your crew members, you know, if they work better with having you side by side with them, or if they are okay alone. You know, it's different people that you'll come across in your coworkers, you know. So and that's just being a manager, and you have to be very, very, I would say punctual. Always make sure that you're on time, making sure your uniforms look clean, because you are a role model to your crew members, okay? So make sure that you yourself are presenting, I guess, a good version of yourself. You're in like good light. Always put yourself in good light so that they can follow you, you know. And yeah, and it helped that I had a lot of people that were a bit younger than me, so I feel like I could kind of like not boss them around necessarily, but I had kind of a leeway with that, because I'm like, oh, you know, they're like what 2-3 years younger than me, so it's okay for me to be telling them like, oh, you can't do this and that. But yeah, I'm the sort of person though, like if you ask me, I don't like to tell people what to do. Like I'm just like, oh, if you know what you're doing, you know, just do it, don't get in trouble. So yeah, that was me. But and that actually got in the way of a lot of things, and it's because since I don't like to tell people what to do, there would be times where they kind of like think that I'm their friend, which is fine. Like I'd rather go to work and have fun. That's my mentality. I'm like, I don't want to go and just work all the time. So I mean, work and get stuff done and like talk and stuff, which I did that. So yeah, but definitely if you're someone that doesn't like, you're not scared to tell people what to do, then yeah, this job is for you. But yeah, so that's being a manager. And then moving up to service leader, you're obviously gonna move up a step, so you won't have to deal with prep too much, but you'll mainly be dealing with making sure like the front end of the store. So you'll just be making sure that you'll be dealing with customer complaints, anything to do with like cashiers, anything. You'll also be helping a lot with making sure that you have enough people on shift. So let's say like someone calls out, you have to be the one to let your GM know, and then she can assist you, or you yourself have to call the people, because most times kitchen managers, they'll leave by latest like 3 p.m. I would say. And then with service leaders, you have like a varied shift. So you have a bit of variety with your schedule. So you could be working mornings to help, and then you'd be going in at around like 9 or 10, and then leaving at around 4. So that's when the other service leader would be coming in. Yeah, so with service leaders, you can work mornings and night shifts. And with that, you'd be dealing with more of the front end service. So just making sure that everyone's rolling the burritos right, making the burritos, making sure that everyone's doing their duties. Like if there's no customers, just make sure that they're, I don't know, like restocking bowls, always moving, you know. So yeah, but that was my whole experience. But if you are thinking about becoming a manager, I would say definitely do it. Let me know down in the comments if you worked at Chipotle, what were your thoughts? I would love to hear about that, because yeah, when I first started, I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be at Chipotle. And guess what, 2 years later I was still there. But yeah, I did find another job, because towards the end it got a little too stressful, and you know, so it was a lot of stress for me personally. It was just getting to me physically, mentally. I wasn't really having time to just, you know, relax and enjoy. I feel like I was working to live when I should be. No, I was living to work, instead of having I would say having leisure time and then working. You should have a good balance between that, but I feel like that was getting into that for me. So yeah, so personally that's why I left. But you know, if you're thinking about pursuing it, then I would just say just do it, and good luck if you're becoming a manager. I think you will do amazing. Anyways, bye guys, and that's how the burrito rolls.